This video is about the process of meiosis. Meiosis is simply the process of making sex cells. Your sex cells are sperm and egg. Another super sassy science word for sex cells is gametes. So, in meiosis, diploid cells in the testes and ovaries, they're going to go through 2 rounds of the cell cycle to form 4 haploid gametes. So you've got 1 diploid cell, and the DNA is going to replicate. It's going to go through 1 round of the cell cycle, so 1 round of cell division, and a 2nd round of cell division to make 4 haploid gametes. Now, what do all these words mean? So, the testes and the ovaries are the parts of the body that are the sex organs. So males have testes and females have sperm. I'm so sorry. Males have testes and females have ovaries. A diploid cell is any cell in your body that has 2 sets of chromosomes. So your skin cells, your muscle cells, your eyeball cells, these are all diploid cells. They have 2 sets of chromosomes. And we notate that as 2N. I hope you can see that. Alright, so 2N, there's a cell with 2 sets of chromosomes. Okay, a haploid cell has half as many chromosomes as a body cell. And we notate that with just a single N. Alright, so a cell that's haploid will just have 1 set of chromosomes. Gamete is just a fancy word for sex cell. So sperm and egg are gametes. So a haploid gamete is a sperm or an egg. And then here again is the process. So we're going from a diploid cell, right? We're replicating the DNA, still have a diploid cell, and dividing into 2 haploid cells, then another division into 4 haploid cells. Meiosis, as I said, goes through 2 sets of cell division. So, Meiosis I is where the cell cycle, the first part of meiosis begins. As always, your diploid cells, just like in mitosis, the DNA is going to replicate. So during interphase, you've got DNA replication. So here's a diploid cell, the DNA replicates, and now you have 2 sister chromatids held together at a centromere, and this is also a diploid cell. Okay, as we go through, it's going to seem really weird, but it's true. If you see 1 chromosome like this, when that DNA replicates, so it has 2 sister chromatids stuck together, that still counts as 1 chromosome. So this is 1, and this is 1. Clarifying that up front is going to help moving forward make a whole lot more sense. Okay, so we've replicated our DNA in interphase. Alright, and then there is a stage right after that called prophase I. This is a very important phase because this is where genetic diversity is going to increase. So, in prophase I, your homologous chromosomes, that just means like chromosome 1 and chromosome 1. They are homologous. Chromosome 2 and chromosome 2 are homologous. X chromosome and Y chromosome are homologous. So your homologous pairs get together at the metaphase plate, right in the middle. And what's super special is at this point, a process called crossing over occurs. So the tips of the sister chromatids come together, they cross, and it's kind of cool because the DNA actually like, whoop, swaps legs of the chromatids. So that's kind of cool. So crossing over is going to make our homologous chromosomes even more genetically diverse. So after prophase I, those homologous chromosomes are going to separate, right? Spindle fibers are going to attach to the centromere. Alright, the kinetochores at the centromere, they're going to pull those homologous pairs apart. Into now, finally, we have our 2 haploid cells. However, we have too much DNA in there still. So we have to go through the next phase, Meiosis II. Meiosis II, now you've pulled, right, you have 2 haploid cells with one chromosome in them, right, a chromosome made of 2 sister chromatids held together at the centromere, right, and so those are all going to line up down the middle, right, then separation is going to occur. It's going to pull, spindle fibers are going to pull those sister chromatids apart into 2 separate cells. So this cell is going to pull apart to make 2. This other cell is going to pull apart to make its 2. And now we have that final 1, 2, 3, 4 haploid, right? Because they have 1 chromosome, 1 set of chromosomes in them. Don't forget our weird but true. This is the same as this when it comes to meiosis. Alright? So that last step, cytokinesis, separates the cytoplasm and gives us 4 genetically unique sex cells.